Right, here we go. After the pomp of the royal procession, and I'm so pleased Charles and Camilla will get the weather for it, let's get down to the racing with a brilliant first day of the world's biggest and best flat racing festival. We're going to be covering every race here at ULO this week, so tune in and check us out. First up, let's get a couple of the handicaps out of the way. They're all going to be big fields and pretty hard to pick winners in, but George Bowie's Believing, who won the Alquoz Sprint at Meydan in April and has Ryan Moore taking up the reins, can land the King Charles. This 5-furlong contest is going to go off at some frenetic pace, so Believing's staying power should come in to play up Ascot's stiff finish. That's the theory anyway, but last year's winner, the Australian raider Asphora, last year's second, regional and Rafe Beckett's Breeders' Cup turf sprint winner, Starlust, could all have a say. I'm thinking that Bucanero Fuerte in the next stall could be drawn into the mix and is my each-way gamble. Closing the card, Caballo de Mar has definitely got the winning habit, so heaven help me, he's still got it on Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday's nap is Field of Gold, lining up in the St James's Palace Stakes. An absolute cracker of a race, and I've got to tell you, I've been on Field of Gold for this ever since Colin Keane won the Irish 2000 Guineas aboard him in May. I'm pretty sure that ride was the conclusive factor in Colin's appointment as Juddmonte's retained rider. And as I said in the podcast last week, you don't win the Irish Flat Jockeys Championship 6 times without having some class about you. Good for Colin, and good for me too, when Field of Gold wins the St James's Palace Stakes. Having said that, it's a classy enough field, with Newmarket 2000 Guineas winner Ruling Court and French 2000 Guineas winner Henri Matisse. 3 2000 Guineas winners all lining up, but it's Field of Gold for me all day long. My next best is in the opener, the Queen Anne. What a race to get things underway for Royal Ascot 2025. I've got to tell you, my heart says Dancing Gemini, my head says Rosalien, and with the improving Locking winner, lead artist, and 2024 2000 Guineas winner Notable Speech thrown into the mix. What a race. But I've got to stick with Rosalien, as his 2.5 length third to lead artist in the Locking just made me think he needed that first run, and I'll expect him to be fully tuned up for this by Richard Hannon. Rosalien is 2 from 2 here at Ascot, a track that doesn't particularly favour frontrunners, so I can see Notable Speech or Dancing Gemini taking the race on from the front, so Sean Levy can bide his time, and keep tabs on the Gosden's pair of Lead Artist and Sardinian Warrior to see who goes first. Ooh, what a race, but I'm going to stick with Rosalien, with everything crossed. I think it will pay to side with course and racing experience for the Coventry Stakes, so I'll go with Military Code. If anything, this extra furlong should help Charlie Appleby's Wootton Bassett colt, and having proven himself on this track, he looks really solid to me. Ryan Moore takes the ride on Gustard for Ballydoyle, so he's not surprisingly topping the anti-post markets, with the yard having a fine record in this, while I'm spotting a mispriced Irish raider, Power Blue, who is my each-way angle. Military Code to finish upsides of Gustard, with Power Blue and Rock on Thunder as tempting each-way gambles, if that's your thing. The Ascot Stakes can go to East India Dock. I do get the argument that Willie Mullins targets these valuable handicaps, and it would be nice for old Charlie if the Royal Silks won on the first day of the Royal Meeting, but I'm going to stick my neck out and go for East India Dock instead. This is a proper trip round Ascot, over 2.5 miles, and stamina, when push comes to shove, is what's going to matter. James Owen's East India Dock had that, and some when landing the Chester Cup last time out, and with a fine third in the Triumph Hurdle at the Cheltenham Festival in the book, he'll still be going strong at the business end. It's reaching high in the Royal Silks for Willie, with Ryan Moore in charge, which is appealing enough, but East India Dock it is for me, with Manxman or Mr. Hampstead my each-way picks. I think that the Wolferton can go to Hartem. Not proven over this distance, but proven on this track, winning the Jersey Stakes just here last year from the fast finishing Kikuli. I'm going for Hartem to see out this trip. There's a few question marks over the others. Does Enfjar like this course? Can military order act on ground this quick? Can King's Gambit keep his lid on under James MacDonald? Questions, 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 and we're going to find out. But my answers, hate 'em.